Driving RC cars is fun, but I've always liked how first-person cameras work on drones.
Here's an example of an analog first-person view drone to show you what I'm talking about.
So I thought, can I make a first-person view RC car setup? There is existing digital technology to do this, such as DJI's O4 Air Unit Pro and DJI goggle set, but that costs nearly $500 USD, or the Walksnail Avatar HD goggle systems, which is about the same price. On this channel, we hate wasting our hard-earned money on things we can build ourselves. I found this 5.8 first-person view video transmitter on Aliexpress. These can connect to your Android device or Windows PC over an OTG connection and cost about 70 Canadian dollars, which is obviously much cheaper than the digital solution. But will Aliexpress come through, and will these things work? And if they do, is it actually fun to drive? Let's find out. And hey, before we start, make sure to go give my channel a subscribe. I really want to get the numbers up, and I want to grow this channel into something awesome. So please, if you're liking this content, go give my channel a subscribe.
I received the package from AliExpress. The camera that came with this kit is a 1200 TVL camera with a 976 by 582 pixel output, though the transmitter only provides half that resolution, which is a pretty low definition picture. The heatsink that came with it is definitely required, and I used an external fan also because this thing gets crazy hot.
Ooh.
I soldered a little connector to connect to my 2S LiPo battery, which this transmitter can support, and then plugged everything together. I used a little 30-30 fan to actively cool the transmitter and replaced the linear antennas with lollipop antennas. I also 3D printed a case to house the transmitter and fan, and I'll provide a link to it in the description. Here's a closer look at the CAD model I made for the fan and transmitter holder. And here it is all assembled together. I tried at first to connect to my phone, but was unable to make a connection due to the high current draw of the receiver through my phone's USB. I switched to my tablet, which worked almost immediately as it must have been able to supply more power from the USB port than my phone. I used the app USB Camera to view the feed.
We got a blue screen.
Oh my god.
Oh, we're in the rally.
It took a few hours of meddling with my phone and a lot of Google searches to get this camera working, so I was pretty relieved at this point. My first test was to try installing the camera inside the windshield of my Too Fast Too Furious R34 Skyline and see how well I could drive it from the screen. If you want to see how I built and painted this Fast and Furious RC car, I'll put a link to my custom build video at the end of this video. I did my best to try to drive the car from the video feed displaying on the tablet. The latency was surprisingly good, but the video cut out constantly, which made it very unusable, as you can see in these video clips. I was still having a lot of fun driving it though. Here you can see a side-by-side time-aligned footage between my view of the tablet and the actual footage from inside the cabin. I moved the camera and transmitter to the roof of the car to get a clearer view of the camera and also to give the antenna a clearer transmission path. I also added the fan, which helped reduce some of the video glitching by keeping the transmitter at a cooler operating temperature. The video image was now clearer, and the video glitches seemed to be reduced. I was having a good amount of fun actually drifting this thing around via the camera. Still, the video glitching was not good enough, especially when I moved further away from the receiver.
After having some difficulties with the screen blanking out, I decided to switch to these two lollipop antennas instead of the standard linear antennas that came with the set. This helped quite a bit in the transmission. The second part I changed was switching from my tablet to my laptop, since my laptop can provide more current through the USB port than my tablet can. This also made a massive difference at reducing the black screen occurrences.
With these changes made, I also made another arm from a 3D printer so that I could get a good third-person view of the vehicle. I then tested it outside to hopefully give the antennas a better chance. I definitely noticed the video transmission had improved and the black screens were reduced, although they still occurred and were not zero. That being said, I think having the laptop in my car was kind of muffling the antenna. Because the weather in Toronto that day felt like minus 25 Celsius, I really didn't have a lot of chance to retake the video footage. I think if I moved the laptop out of the car, we'd probably have a lot better result. My last attempt I tested back in my parking garage with my RC monster truck and the camera mounted in a third-person configuration. I made sure to move the antenna outside of my car to give a direct line of sight to the RC car. The footage for this clip shows the RC car driving with nearly no interruptions, and I think this is as good as this Aliexpress kit is gonna get. In this footage, I was just driving the car and I'm showing you the recorded result since my laptop couldn't seem to stream the footage in real time. I had a lot of fun with this project, and I think the third-person footage actually looks pretty cool. That said, the low image quality, and particularly the noise and video blackouts, really does not make this a good solution if you want to have a first-person RC car driving experience.
Overall, I'd stick to normal RC car driving, or maybe shell out for the more expensive digital solutions if you have the money for it. I mean, I definitely won't, because that's way too expensive, but you guys do you. I hope you liked this video though, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please like it, please subscribe to the channel, and help me get this channel off the ground so I can keep making some awesome videos. I got some really cool ideas that you're not gonna wanna miss. See you in the next one.